So every day I'm here, and today I came a bit early, and I see that I don't have a bus. And it's a mess. They're digging up the city. It's like you're waiting for the snowbird. It's like rolling dice. It's not coming. It's been not an easy night for me. I discovered air conditioning, which makes me a little bit less angry. And so yesterday there was an incident where a girl in third grade banged the head of a boy on the table. And I'm wondering if I'm going to get fired because somebody has to be blamed. And of course it's the teacher who couldn't control the class. It's not the child who needs therapy. There are not a lot of them, but she continued to punch the boys who mocked her. And of course I scared the child because I told her to go to the principal's office. That was not the right way of dealing with things. So what is the right way of dealing with a child, a third grader, who bangs the head of another third grader on the table? So he has a dent in his head. He was also wearing glasses, which could have meant he would have had an injury to his eyes. But the principal, the all-knowing, godlike figure, was angry at me and told me not to go in the next lesson because I was a bit upset. Yes, you're not supposed to be upset when a child bangs the head of another child on the table. I was cool and composed. I gave her water to drink. I just brought her to the principal, and she doesn't want that. She doesn't want to deal with things because she is overwhelmed by everything. Okay, I get it. But sorry, but it's your responsibility to deal with the school. And if a child goes home and his head is banged, his forehead is banged, he has a mark on his forehead, I'm wondering as a parent how you deal with it. So of course you'll say, oh, it's the fault of the new teacher. The new teacher is at fault. It's not the child who obviously needs therapy for anger management. No. The phrase you always get, couldn't control the class. Couldn't control the class. Class control. The kids don't want to learn with me sometimes. And they think, oh, here comes somebody we can test limits with. Which is not very pleasant, I can tell you. As a person who had her limits tested several times. To be honest, I haven't checked to see if she fired me or not. She can fire me because I do not have a teaching certificate complete except because of one course. And I feel like I'm really Don Quixote. I'm fighting the windmills and I'm so tired of doing it on my own. And she said two things, the principal of the school. We have zero tolerance for violence. Not true. You have a lot of tolerance for violence as long as it comes from the pupils. And the other point was saying we are working as a team. Well, no, everybody shushed me and nobody wanted to hear. I was very upset. At this point I wanted to talk and nobody wanted to hear except the computer teacher, who's an angel. But I'm trying to work on myself and I'm trying to improve. So I have to let it out, so I'm letting it out. But I know nobody's going to care. Violence in schools, zero views. A person undergoing operations and cutting off body parts and putting fake body parts on, thousands of views. This is the world. It's ridiculous. Education is such low priority and everywhere. And even in countries where you get paid a lot of money to teach, such as where my ex-husband lives, I cannot say the education was perfect. Definitely not for... I expected a lot more. They taught them like parrots. So now they have new books and they teach math like there's a snail and he has to go through this field of numbers and he only touches numbers where the last digit is 5 and you're supposed to mark all those fields and then you're supposed to count how many. Why don't you just give them simple exercises? All these problem solving is maybe for people who don't have ADH. But since most of the kids have ADH, make it easy. Make it easy for the kids. Give them calculations. And afterwards, do the snail. Like afterwards, not right now at the early stages. So some kids get it. about 3 out of 14, and the rest do a riot because they don't get it, frustrated, and have zero motivation to learn. And they also have never been taught that you have to do something you don't like, which means starting from diapers, and I can't start from diapers. This is basic stuff. New teacher, don't torture me. But c'est la vie, as the French say. Anyway, peace and love, and have a great Friday.